ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this miscellaneous podcast that we're trying to do here today.
Correction, it's not miscellaneous. The Statue of Liberty is right in front of us. You can pan in for the people, just to show them the beauty of this country.
All right, Malik, we get the fucking point right.
Oh my God, come on, man! You really got to do this?
We get it.
We're on camera right now, man.
We get it.
Oh my God.
Any bananas? Yeah, we're here, Battery Park. We're on the upstairs part of this little garden thing right here. I don't even know what this place is called.
Me neither.
But we're here. We're going to shoot this podcast. Like I said, it's a miscellaneous podcast. We're not in the usual place we shoot. Pause. So, so let's get to it. Miscellaneous meaning this podcast is going to be pretty much about anything, any and everything. So, who's got a topic and who wants to start?
Because you told me about what happened with NBA free agency.
NBA free agency. Okay, that's a good one.
Let's just start with that.
That's a good one.
I do not understand how the New York Knicks, as a whole, can go ahead and sign a player like Darren Collison. How in the world is an unknown player?
Look, I'm just gonna stop you right there because
What?
the camera is picking up as much light as it can, and with it picking up as much light as it can, Wesley, you're glowing.
What?
You're glowing.
Because of all that weight, man.
I know. Anyways, back to what we was doing. Let's go.
How can an NBA player from 2K, any sort of 2K from a legendary team, be better than Darren Collison? I'm not talking about no Magic Johnson or Julius Erving. I'm talking about like some bench warmer that we never even heard of, like Chris Rambis. How can the Knicks sign somebody like that?
Because they're the Knicks.
Matter of fact, William boy, like I said, William, his boy, James Dolan, the man who owned Cablevision.
Listen, I don't.
That's your man.
First of all, I got DirecTV, sir, so I do not like Cablevision, even though I heard that they're getting better. Second of all, screw James Dolan. Rather, you know what? Nah, since it's uncensored, fuck James Dolan. Fuck James Dolan, because all he's been doing is messing up the New York Knicks as a NBA franchise. How are the Philadelphia 76ers, who haven't been good ever since the days of what? Drew Holiday?
Yeah, Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday, not even when Iverson was still playing. And their second best player was Dikembe Mutombo. How are the 76ers better than the New York Knicks with Melo, Porzingis, and
Look, as far as I'm concerned, I don't really give a damn. You know, it's the Knicks. They've been messing up since the late '90s. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, they doing too much nonsense. They're doing way too much nonsense. I don't even care if they have Carmelo, Porzingis, and whoever, because it doesn't matter. If your players, if you have star players and your star players are not performing well, then there's no point in calling them star players.
you're right.
There's no point in calling them star players. So this is why the Knicks are signing whoever they want to sign, because they want a proper star player who want to play. Now, granted, that guy is not a star player from where he was, but who knows? He might just pull some Jeremy Lin sanity kind of thing and start making buckets on the Knicks instead of.
That was Jeremy Lin. This is Darren Collison we're talking about here. Darren Collison.
And I understand that, but I'm just saying, bro. You know, the Knicks can use anybody they can get right now. They can use anyone they can get. And I'll tell you why. Because Carmelo ain't performing and the rest of them ain't performing. What's the point of having a team that doesn't want to perform?
Speaking of Melo, there's still been rumors and trade talks that he's supposed to be going to the Houston Rockets via a trade.
Houston Rockets?
Yes. And mind you, you have, if that trade was to happen, you would have 3 players that would demand the rock. You would have Chris Paul, James Harden, and Carmelo Anthony. And plus, mind you, Melo was the one that got Mike D'Antoni fired when he was the coach of the New York Knicks when he first got traded there.
Look, the Knicks been getting bad coaches since what's his name? The Knicks been getting bad coaches since Isaiah Thomas.
First of all, they want Isaiah Thomas back.
I heard they want Isaiah Thomas back, and the only thing that went through my mind was, why the hell would you want somebody who makes your team lose so bad?
I loved Isaiah Thomas as a player.
Yeah.
As a player, he was good, but as a coach, hell no. Get him off.
How the hell this trade This trade, I want you guys to listen real closely. Tim Thomas and 2 first-round picks for 2006 and 2007 for Eddie Curry. Eddie freaking Curry.
Bro, you know how much?
Dude, the 2 picks that the Knicks traded up for was Joakim Noah and LaMarcus Aldridge.
You got a point, yeah.
Those 2 players alone, all for one freaking scrub that could be the poster child for Mr. Softy's ice cream here in New York.
I'm telling you, like I said, the Knicks could use whoever they can get, okay? As far as I'm concerned, they need all the help they can get. Because they've been messing up here, messing up there, messing up there. It don't make sense anymore.
Blame Cablevision.
Blame Cablevision.
Blame Cablevision. Just blame Cablevision, man.
Nah, yo. Oh, my God.
The man who killed the Knicks. Yeah.
James Dolan.
Yes.
You hear that, Dolan? You killed the Knicks.
And also, what's up with these players getting paid like $200 million? Like, look at Steph Curry. He got signed for like what, 5-year, $201 million contract, and then out of nowhere, like a week later, if not days later, James Harden gets paid 5 years, $228 million. For what?
For being a player.
He's a good player, but that's not how you're gonna get exactly.
Look, again, the NBA, I don't know where it's going, okay? I don't.
It's not like the NBA back like from 2000 or 2009.
Nigga,
It wasn't.
speak up.
What?
Speak up.
All right.
Say it with your chest. Damn.
No. Yeah, like I was saying, the NBA was not like was from 2000 to 2009. We got all these good players and most like acceptable pays, but most likely with this. But now to this century, these pays is getting ridiculous. You got players can play over 200 million.
Hell yeah, of course it's getting ridiculous.
And these free agency is getting out of hand, especially with the Knicks.
Look, honestly, I feel that if it was still back in the day, if it was really still back in the day, like when I first started watching the Knicks when I moved here, back in 2008 and whatnot, if they had a good coach, and I mean a good coach with good plays and good shifts and good whatever, that team that the Knicks had back then with Nate Robinson, David Lee, whoever their star players were back then, they could have won. They could have won a playoff.
Actually, there's a video. By the way, check out his channel if you want to. Make some good content. His name is Mike Corzembo. He made a video of how the 2009 Knicks could have won the NBA championship with players such as Amari Stoudemire. They could have drafted him, by the way, without a trade. Andre Iguodala, they could have drafted him. Chris Paul on the team. Nate Robb on the team. Actually, he was on the team, but then they traded him off.
Yeah, they traded him.
Yeah, to win the 2009 championship from that scenario.
Wait, they traded him to the Celtics first, right? Or did he go to the Bulls?
No, he went to the Celtics first. Then he went to the Thunder for a little bit. Then he went to the Bulls, and he had the best season of his life.
Hell yeah, because the Bulls let him do what he wanted to do.
Yeah, because Derrick Rose was injured. Sorry about that.
Yeah. We have a whole Derrick Rose fan here. You got mad Derrick Rose, D-Rose shoes.
They also could have Iguodala on the Knicks.
He just said that.
Yeah.
He just said that.
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Right.
Andre Iguodala could have been on the Knicks.
Yeah, had a ring. But now he's with the Warriors.
And he got 2 rings with the Golden State Warriors. And don't even get me started with that team. Now, mind you, if you're a Warriors fan, straight up a Warriors fan, and you know who Chris Mullin is, Tim Hardaway is, Mitch Richmond, who's also an underrated player of all time. If you know who those guys are, fine, you're a real Golden State Warriors fan. But if you are a bandwagon fan, which is something that I do not like in sports nowadays.
Your boy, KD, I understand.
Yeah, your boy KD.
He's a KD fan. He loved when he was on OKC until I told him that day when he went to Warriors, he was sick in the mind.
He was sick in the mind. He was sick in the mind ever since he heard KD was going to the Warriors.
It's the truth, man.
I need a drink.
You need a drink. Ah, you funny.
Hey, it's going downstairs and get yourself.
Yeah.
This motherfucker. This guy.
Damn, bro. Damn, bro.
What?
Damn, bro.
The fact
bro.
that KD went to the Golden State Warriors in itself is a tragedy to the league, because look at what happened with Cleveland last year. They got demolished until game number 4.
True.
They couldn't stop KD. They couldn't stop too many shooters, too many superstars on the team.
True.
And I'm not saying that we haven't seen super teams before, because he had the '96 Bulls, the Showtime Lakers, the Bird-led Magic. I said Bird-led Magic. Bird-led Celtics. Because I'm thinking of Bird and Magic. But you had all these great teams, but you still had competition in the league to the point where you think anybody can win the championship. Any team can win the championship. But now with the Golden State Warriors, who can beat them now? Cleveland's like the only one that can beat them if they can get Carmelo Anthony. And yes, that's the only way that Melo's going to get a ring, unless he's going to become the new Charles Barkley.
And this is the only way they could get him. It's either they get rid of Love or Shumpert, but mostly this is a rumor going on right now. They say it's possible that the Cleveland Cavaliers could trade Shumpert for Anthony, and most of I think it could be possible because they're both veteran players. It could happen.
It could.
But
Look, as far as I'm concerned, I think. Whoops, excuse the hand right there. As far as I'm concerned, I think Anthony deserves a ring by now.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
He deserves a ring by now. The Knicks was not treating him well, and
they laughed at him when he was training. That was
oh yeah, I heard about that. They was laughing at him while he was training and whatnot. I'm like, man, you don't do that. That's one of your star players. How you gonna do that? But again, you know what? This is probably why he's not acting like a star player on the court.
Yes,
because he's just getting mocked at by everyone. Well, not by everyone, by whoever's in higher management and whatnot. He's just getting mocked by all of them. And that's sick.
Yes, all the staff of the Knicks, they all making him phone like, you bring this man to the Knicks to bring to a championship.
Exactly.
You pay him high, well paid, but now you're making a laugh and sock album.
Exactly.
Why would you treat that man like that all these years?
Because they have these people when they are higher up, they got no common sense.
Yeah.
They got no common sense.
No, they don't. They really don't. Because if you look at most of the managers in the league, Magic Johnson just became a GM or president for the Lakers, I believe.
I think GM.
Well, one of the two. And already he's making moves now. Lonzo Ball, he has to prove himself.
Wait, he's on the Lakers?
Yes, in the Lakers.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Yeah,
Stop it.
No, Lonzo Ball is with the
on
Lakers. And already everybody's like, oh my God, he scored 11 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists. LeBron James can get that in 1 quarter. That's a little bit exaggerative, but it's possible that LeBron James can get that in 1 quarter. Kawhi Leonard can get that in 1 quarter. James Harden can get that in 1 quarter.
Excuse the helicopter.
Goddamn helicopter.
All right, continue.
Russell Westbrook. Damn helicopter. Russell Westbrook
Yeah, we see that.
can get that in 1 quarter.
Yeah, we see that.
Lonzo Ball is just a rookie, and everybody's already riding on him because, oh, he started his own little business. He sells $495 to $1,000
He's
sneakers.
a rich boy. What you expect?
I don't give a crap if the kid's from Chino Hills or Bed-Stuy in Brooklyn. He has to prove himself.
He's right. I mean, at the same time, don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. From an entrepreneurial standpoint, what he's doing with his little business and this and that, he's doing well. Don't get me wrong, he's doing well. But at the same time, Malik is right. You on the LA Lakers, bro. You gotta prove yourself. There's no way around that. And that is gonna conclude this first 15 minutes of this podcast. If you want to hear more about this, we can do a separate podcast dedicated to this. But since this is a miscellaneous podcast, we're gonna do a whole 15-minute segments of how many stuff we can talk about in this, since this is, such a nice place and whatnot. So let's move on to the second topic. All right, yeah. So next topic, gentlemen. What do we got?
So let's just tone it down to aviation.
Okay, back to aviation. We can all do this now.
There's 2 things, but we're gonna start with the biggest thing that has just recently happened. American Airlines has cut off ties with Qatar Airways with code sharing agreements. Now, this may be due to the fact that they've been under scrutiny, which that's Qatar Airways. They've been under scrutiny for a while because of the linked terrorism accusations from many of their Middle Eastern counterparts, such as Emirates, Saudi Arabian, or Saudia as they call themselves now, Etihad, a whole bunch of people. And in my view, if you got the evidence, then fine. If you want to cut off ties with them, fine. But American You're not in a good spot right now. You're really not in a good spot.
Look, like I said in the previous stuff, if you was watching, it was probably the one with TJ in it.
Yes.
Like I said, American, like he said, American doing bad. And one big way to prove that, American. Y'all still got TVs in the aisle, bro.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Even Spirit is probably doing better than you when it comes to entertainment stuff. And that's saying something, bro. American, you guys were once the greatest airline ever back in the day, okay? Everyone used to take American Airlines.
Until that day, they made the most stupidest order. How many Airbus and Boeings they bought? Like what?
In total, 625 at the time.
Yeah, that amount. And guess what? Y'all went bankrupt. After that moment, y'all merged with USA Way. Didn't work.
Bankruptcy.
Yeah, bankruptcy. Didn't work.
And this is y'all problem. Y'all got too cocky at that point. You guys were one of the greatest, if not the greatest airline to go all over the place. You had a great route going to St. Martin. You had a great route going to Puerto Rico. You had a great route going here, there, here, everywhere. Wherever in the world you went, no matter what airport it was, American Airlines was there back in the day. But now, y'all are trash.
You said Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah.
You know that they cut off the JFK to San Juan route?
What? Nah, stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
No, I'm not joking.
Why?
American Airlines cut one of their biggest fucking line.
They cut off the New York to San Juan route.
The same one.
So guess what? Delta can counteract, and if JetBlue,
they can,
which they can.
Nah, I think JetBlue gonna take it.
JetBlue's gonna make it's already technically a hub.
Exactly.
They're definitely gonna make that an
Exactly.
Islander hub, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And they're probably gonna kick Liat, Cape Air. Who's the other one? I know there's a third one, but they're definitely gonna kick Liat in the ass right there.
Winner.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna kick them in the ass.
There's Liat, there's Winner, there's Sunkiss.
Yeah, Sunkiss.
If that still goes. Who else? There's a few other people, but I'm just saying, look at what y'all doing, American. And now you're cutting off ties with somebody who could have helped you? Y'all bugging.
Now Delta and United has always been adamant against how the UAE has been treating, the American airliners based out of here to the UAE, because I'm sorry, but there is no competition. I'm a Delta guy. He's a Delta guy. We both love Delta, but the thing is that they cannot compete against the likes of Emirates, Etihad, and Qatar.
Yeah, they can.
No,
But
they're gonna.
Delta makes a point, though. They have the money to buy aircrafts to have all these different services inside of them, such as IFEs, new IFEs, and the service that they bring out. We deal mainly with what's going on here domestically. That's where we make our money.
Yeah.
They deal with international because number one, their countries are small, and two, they have the money for it. We have the money to do the things that they can do, but the only thing is that we use our aircrafts. They just keep buying aircrafts out of the ass, pretty much.
Well, yeah. I mean, just look at the new just look at the A380, the A380 Plus being released. Emirates ordered 100 of them.
Well, it's understandable why they
Wait, what?
They bought 100 of the A380.
It's understandable why he got it.
No, I
That's what I heard. Look, that's what TJ said, and that's what I heard.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. You see the order. So,
The order's there, right?
Yeah, the order's there.
Okay then, the order's there.
Oh,
100 A380 Pluses.
Yeah, so it's understandable why they got it.
So that means their first ever A380, because they did this with the 777, the 200ER.
Yeah.
They retired their first ever 777 200ER, and it was still pretty young. It still had a lot of life in it. It's in Roswell, New Mexico. Is it New Mexico or is it I know it's in Roswell. And that means they're going to retire their first ever A380 and start replacing the older ones with the A380 Pluses, if that's the case.
That probably is the case. But again, like I said, I think the A380 Plus was a good idea only because of all the hairline fractures and that whole Qantas thing that happened.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a revision. It's just a revision of the A380, and I think that's a good idea of what's happening here. Now, don't get me wrong. I know some of y'all gonna go crazy and be like, "Oh my gosh, it's got winglets or sharklets like the 737, blah blah blah." Look, come on. Like I said in the last podcast, winglets are for show, okay? They're for show.
Do not improve aerodynamics whatsoever.
They're supposed to, but most of them are just for show. Hold up real quick. Check out that boat. That homie's just passing right on by and I didn't even notice. Anyways, back to the real story here.
We're talking about planes, right?
We were talking about planes and a big ass boat just came out of nowhere. I'm not even gonna lie.
So, the point that I was getting with Delta, there's no American airliner that goes to the UAE whatsoever. You can look it up on Wikipedia, you can look it up on the Dubai International Airport database. Right now, there's no American airliner that goes to the UAE, and I can understand that. However, American, the fact that you basically cut ties with Qatar Airways, not only are you gonna fall even deeper into the crack that you made yourself, but the narrow body order, the hell is that?
Probably an American.
That is probably an American. That's probably an American right there.
It probably is. I would zoom in, but this podcast is more important.
But the fact that you ordered so many freaking aircrafts just goes to show how much your management team is not on the ball when it comes down on improving services. Because what sense does it make to have 10 LAX routes, right? By using A321s when Delta's using 767-300s, the 300 ERs, the 757s, even the A330-300 to Los Angeles from JFK.
And you know, I'll tell you why they do that. You know why they do that? Customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction. You're telling me you could put an A321 on that route, don't get me wrong. Yeah, but how many seats are you gonna have for that business class compared to an A330 or a 767-3? How many seats are you gonna have? What about your business class people? What about your loyal customers that keep coming back and want to, you know, experience what American is about nowadays? You know what I'm saying? There's no point. There's no point in that. Anyways, besides the whole American issue, Malik, you said you had something to say about the PWs? Yeah, you better make it quick because we already at 8 minutes on this one.
All right, there's two engine issues. One, Rolls-Royce has a problem with the 787 or 787 with the Trent 1000s.
That's
Yes,
yeah, they have problems.
They have cracks inside of the Trent 1000, like the blades.
Yeah.
They have a blade issue with the Trent 1000. So there's so many 787s with Trent 1000s that have to be grounded and fixed.
So they lose their partnership with the engine deal then?
Not that they're losing their partnership. It's just the fact that the 787 is just
trash.
A product of, I guess you could say that.
It's just trash.
But the other thing that I was getting at, the PW engines on the A320neo, they're kind of going through the same thing. And it's starting a trend where we're trying to push out something that's not ready yet. We're pushing out like, oh, we can do this at a fast pace. Like, oh, look at how many 737s we can put out in one month, or A320neos in 1 month. You're pushing them out, yes, but are you paying attention to every detail when you make a new aircraft?
And this is where the term quality over quantity comes into play. Because you can push out as many products as you want, but if that product is no good from the very beginning, then there's no point in pushing that product out at all. Perfect example, the 787. They pushed it out so quick because they thought it was going to be competing with the A350, and it wasn't. So they just pushed out that plane too quick for no reason, and then look at what happened: battery issues, this issue, that issue, smoke in the cockpit, blah blah blah, etc., etc.
Plan was to put it back.
Make sure when you make something, you have quality control. Doesn't matter how much you push out. If it comes out of the factory trash, it's gonna stay trash, and people are not gonna order from you in the future.
Exactly.
What else do you have to say about the PWs? Or what else do you have to say in general?
Well, with the PWs, I don't know what the heck happened to Pratt & Whitney with the 787. I'm not surprised if there's any other issue with the aircraft itself.
Look, there's probably a crap ton of issues that we don't even know about. I'm pretty sure the same type of airline fractures that the A380 faces, the same thing that the 787 is gonna face. It's just not right now. It's just gonna be over time.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be straight up over time. Only reason I'm saying that is because I understand they tested the wing for it to flex like insanely. Don't get me wrong, but again, my thing is, you tested that one. How sure are you on the next, let's say, a set of 100 aircrafts that wing is still stable and still good and still all that? You know what I'm saying?
Or how many flight cycles too?
Exactly. Because remember, you guys are bending that wing in a controlled area. You don't know what's gonna happen outside. You don't know if lightning can strike it, if this can strike it, if that could do whatever. You don't know that. Which is why I'm saying the 787 is a no-go. That's my thing. The 787 is a no-go.
I mean, Boeing's saying that it's going to compete against the A350. The A350 is killing them.
Of course the A350 is killing them, because you know what Boeing's problem is? Boeing, again, pushing out products that it's not ready yet. It's not ready.
And also, like, they're just saying, like, oh, this is supposed to compete against the A350.
It's not. It's never going to compete against the A350, because I'll tell you the main difference. One is broken and one works.
And not only that, one is supposed to compete against the A330neo. The other one is supposed to compete against the 777. A350 and 777 competitors. 787 and A330 competitors. Not no A350 and 787.
Yeah, don't work like that.
No competition.
No competition at all. Again, like I'm saying, like I said before, Airbus took their time and did what they had to do. That's why they released a revision A380 Plus. Okay, they probably fixed everything that needed to be fixed. Boeing, you released a 900 and now you released a 1000. What's going on here? What's going on here? What?
Plus size.
Pause. Anyways, that's topic number 2. Only reason I'm ending it here is because my camera likes to cut off on some of the clips. So, anyways, that topic is concluded. If you want to hear more about that topic, then tell us in the comment section below, and we'll go on for that topic on the next podcast. All right. On to, what are we gonna do? Is this our third and final topic? Let's make this short and sweet. 45 minutes.
Yeah, let's make it short.
Okay, we'll move on. This is the third topic, our last topic. And let's start our third topic, which our third and final topic today will be, drum roll, beat the face, college. Gentlemen, what does any one of y'all have to say about college? What do you think personally?
I say college is like the NBA draft, in a way. You're representing a team, aka the college, and you're either gonna get a good situation or a bad situation in terms of your education, the location of the college. You know, it depends on a variable of different things.
True, you're right. Honestly, for me, when it comes to college, it's good. It's good, but to a certain point. Okay? You can only do so much with college. On top of that, some of you out there, y'all already have the entrepreneurial mindset, or y'all already have a business set up, or y'all already have something set up. It's with that fact that when you get to college, you don't want to be there. On top of that, there's professors there that are not even young anymore. Half of them are so old that they just give up on teaching, and you don't get the full course of what it is you guys are, or what it is any student is trying to learn. And that sucks, because you're paying thousands upon thousands of dollars every 6 months or so, whenever you're paying for your semester, and you're not learning nothing. And that's a big major problem with our college. Now, I'm not gonna name the college because I don't want I don't want them to come on me, but I'm just saying that's a big problem with our college. There's a lot of big money things going on in there, rather than actually helping the student and getting the student to where they gotta be and where they gotta go. You understand? On top.
Can I also add this?
Sure, go ahead.
It also is, if you want to make sure this college got all the education you need, like the tools you need to learn later on in life, once you're done.
Hold on, let that truck pass, because I don't think anybody can hear you over that truck. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, you need all the tools you need. Like once you learn all this in college, this and that, all of that, you gotta make sure it's not scamming you your money.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number one thing these colleges are good at.
Mm-hmm.
Once you see open house, like, oh yeah, this is nice, this and that. Oh look, do all this, but most likely, till you start going into college, scam.
And that's a major thing. That's a major thing that our college did. Damn, what's all these helicopters going on? Yeah, that's a major thing that our college did. Now, our college is an aviation college, and what we have a couple. Obviously, we have a couple simulators in a separate room for the pilots that want to train to be pilots. But my problem is we have a good couple $100,000 CRJ system in there, and every open house the college advertises that and says, yeah, you can use the CRJ system, blah 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 blah. But in reality, you can't. There's no one certified in that college to use the CRJ system, so why do we have it? Why are you advertising that we could do this? Number one in upward mobility, that's nothing. How about number one in helping students pay off their loans, or helping students, get better scholarships, or helping students learn more, achieve more, this more, that more? A lot of colleges don't understand that. Like I said before, college is a business. It's not a school. It is a business. It's straight up a business.
It's straight up a business. It's kind of like a pair of sneakers. Either whatever brand it is, they'll tell you it'll make you run faster. It'll help you with your legs, like leg support, knee support, and everything like that. Then you try it on. It's not everything that you thought it was gonna be, or it's not delivering the one thing that you need in that sneaker. The same thing with a car. They'll tell you, oh, this has this amount of horsepower, it goes on this amount of gas mileage and stuff like that. They'll tell you that, and it may do it, but they don't tell you about the little problems and kinks that it probably might give you when you're driving that car.
True, very true.
Colleges, like he said before, is a business, and they're only gonna do what's best for business. And what's best for a business?
Money.
Sometimes it's not quality, it's money, economics.
Look, my point here is, I'm not trying to say college is horrible. I'm not trying to say college is a bad thing. College is fantastic, and if you go and you learn something and you can apply it in the world, good for you. That's fantastic, and I fully endorse that. But at the same time, these colleges got to understand, there is no point in you overcharging and then giving crap education, and then the student is left without a job right after they get a diploma. I can name well, I don't want to, but I can name a couple of people that's not working right now, but they're done with college. And you know what their reaction is? I want to go back to school. Why you want to go back to school? I got nothing to do. I got nothing to do.
I mean, why do you feel that way in the first place? I mean, why would they feel that way in the first place? Because they have nothing to do. I mean, there's so much that you can do without a college degree. And I'm not saying for anybody to, just drop out and just be like, hey, screw college, I don't want to do it anymore.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, if you do not have a vision as to what you want to do later on in life, do not drop out of college. If you have a vision, if you have a plan, if you have things that you want to do and want to complete before you're a certain age, and you have yet to start college and you've already started implementing these things, by all means, go ahead. Go do it. Why go do it? Because it's fresh in your head. You can roll with it. You can come up with new ideas, and sooner or later, once you make the big bucks, you can have someone else worry about that while you go back to college and get that degree that you wanted, or get that degree somebody else wanted you to get, or etc., etc. I mean, come on. There's a lot of people out there there's a lot of people out there, and I've seen them. It's 100% in my college, and I work for IT. I should know. I have to deal with them every day. They claim every day. Hold up, let that helicopter pass. Damn, there's a lot of helicopters here. But yeah, they claim every day, yes, I have a doctorate. I have this. I have a master's. I have that, blah, 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 blah. My dude, you just came up to me and asked me how to turn on a computer. Are you serious? Are you serious? You just came up to me and asked me how to turn on a computer. You got a doctorate? You just came up to me and asked me how to hook up a projector. You just came to me and asked me what these certain things are when common sense tells you, okay, follow this, follow that instruction, do that instruction. You guys don't follow nothing. But you have a doctorate though. I'm sorry.
Like, the other thing about college too is that it's like anything in life with status. Like, people would think, oh, I have an associate's, I can't go far in life. You can't go far with an associate's. You can't go far, period.
No, and that's the problem. That's the problem with a lot of college students out there. It's the colleges that are killing them in the head.
Yes.
Okay, it's the colleges that are killing them in the head. Why I say killing them in the head? Because they're killing these students saying, oh, you are nothing without a degree. When in reality, you're big. You're bigger than you fucking think.
Name one university. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But name one university that teaches you how to do your taxes. Teaches you how to do stocks.
Not even a university at this point. Name one high school at 12th grade that teaches you how to do taxes, or that teaches you at least the fundamentals of taxes, or that teaches you the fundamental of how to sell a product.
Well, I took an extracurricular course in that. No, you did not.
There's no such thing. They did not.
There's no such thing as an extracurricular course on taxes.
Let me tell you something. If you guys follow Gary Vee, you should know. You should know his views. You should know everything that he says. School failed entrepreneurship. It failed.
It taught you how to follow.
It not only taught you how to follow, it taught you how to do a 9-to-5. It taught you how to stay at home because it's safe. Let me tell you guys something. If you get too comfortable where you are in life, you're failing. And you're failing horribly. I don't care. You can make fun of it, but in reality, that's what it is. If you get too comfortable where you're at in life, you're not gonna move on. You're not gonna see nothing. You're not gonna see no progress in your life. You're not gonna see nothing in your life. Nothing's gonna happen for you. And that's what most colleges do to you. They tell you, oh yeah, you can't do nothing without a degree. I'm sorry, sir, but go to hell, because whoever you are, kid, if you just got into college and you got a brilliant idea, go for it. Because you could do it without a degree. I'm not telling you to drop out. I'm not telling you to be like, I'm not telling you to drop out like Bill Gates or Steve Jobs or the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying have an idea. Have an idea as to what you want to do. And if you have that idea, go for it. What do you think?
I mean, it's kind of like vlogging, that analogy. It's like people feel, oh, if my vlog isn't as good as Casey Neistat or
yeah, that's another thing.
Or Jesse or any of these other, you know, mainstream vloggers, then I'm not gonna go anywhere. It's not that you're not gonna go anywhere, it's the fact that you're not applying your own little style. That's what colleges are trying to do to, well, a lot of colleges are trying to do to the student themselves. It's like they want you to follow a certain path, like he just said, a 9-to-5, like, oh, you're used to doing a 9-to-5. No, beyond that 9-to-5, what else do you do on your spare time? You can do your 9-to-5 if you have to do it. If you have to do your hustle, fine. But what else do you do after you go in from 9 to 5 o'clock on your job?
And that's the problem with a lot of college students nowadays. Think about it. Gary made this example, and I'm gonna restate it in this podcast. Think about it. What did you do in your free time this weekend? What did you do? Did you sit down and watch a full series of something? Did you sit down and say you couldn't do nothing? Did you sit down and say you were too tired? Oh, but you're one of the persons who said you want to be rich, right? You're one of the persons who said you want to do this, right? You're one of the persons who said you want to travel the world. Well, I'm sorry, sir. You're not going to do nothing with your life if you're going to sit down and be comfortable where you at, okay? To get things going, to get things moving, you need to start moving. You need to start moving. It's hard. It is so damn hard. But I promise you, give it some time. It's not gonna come like that, but give it some time, and you will reach further than you ever thought before. College students, listen. You need to understand, every single one of you is worth it, with a degree or without a degree. Okay? Whether it's your choice, you want to complete a degree or not, go ahead. I don't care. But I'm gonna tell you this: have a plan, get things set, get things ready, get your life in order. Okay? Because when college is done and you have nothing to do, you're wasting your time.
Let me tell you something. Not one piece of paper in life is gonna define who you are as a person. It's just an accolade. What defines who you are is what you do within this lifetime. Life is short, we all know that. But
Hold on. You know the homies passing by.
yeah. But should I continue?
Go ahead.
But what are you gonna remember from that one piece of paper or that one medal, that one award that you won from academics or just being on time every day at your workplace or at school? You're not gonna remember too much. It's what you do beyond those days that you were sitting in school studying your ass off. There's more to life than what meets the eye. There's more to life than just a piece of paper. It's what you do, man. That's all I can tell you. It's what you do.
Wesley, what do you think?
I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with college. No, college made me like more killer, especially going with paying all this student loans, and some students may be in debt, which is the number one thing when people go through.
It's the number one thing for all college students. Well, not all, but at least a majority, at least a 90-95% of college students.
Yeah, but I mean, just go for it. But if you had like ideas like developing businesses, yeah, like I was saying, maybe go through had all these businesses they might have, and at the same time you're doing college at the same time. But if you dedicated had that time businesses, do it. Because look at what Anmol doing right now, clothes business.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I mean, it's not only that. The whole point of me doing all these things is because I don't want to be stuck. Okay, I don't want a boss. I don't want a boss anymore. I have a job, and don't get me wrong, the bosses that I currently have, fantastic people, beautiful people. I don't want a boss because I am the boss. Okay, I am the boss. I own Spacey Tropics. I'm starting this podcast stuff with my friends. I started a whole YouTube channel based on me vlogging. I started this. I started that. Look, he started a vlogging channel. He's got a plane channel. He's got a plane channel now. TJ's got stuff on planes and all of that. I'm gonna mix my stuff up. I mean, come on, guys. You're just gonna stop right there and not really, not move on? Exactly. What's going on?
Like,
you want to move on in life. You don't want to sit down. What are you trying to say?
Like, I've been on YouTube for maybe close to 10 years with different separate channels, and like it'd be like before I was like, oh man, I'm not getting too many views, I'm not getting this, I'm not getting that, and then all of a sudden a couple of years ago people were saying, pretty good with editing videos, you're pretty good with editing photos and stuff, why don't you just do it? And I'm like, you know what, you're right. And I don't know, vlogging and just recapping things that I've done, or just right now, like after this podcast, I'm gonna be vlogging again.
Me too.
It's something that I love to do, and regardless if I get paid for it or not, I'm still gonna want to keep going for it because it's something that I love to do. I mean, it's not no charity work. I'm not gonna get paid by like I don't know, Amazon or even Aeropostale automatically if I wanted to. It's not gonna happen that way. You just gotta work at it, and then one day you can have that one video and it'll skyrocket your channel just like that.
Amen. That's the same thing right now that's happening with the tech channel that I started, the Spacey Tropics channel, where I'm gonna review everything that is anything. Man, it's been look, it might not mean much to you guys, but to me it means the world. Okay, it's only been a week and my JBL Flip 4 review already has 163 views. I mean, come on, I can't argue with that logic. People are watching, people are going. I got 4 likes for it, 2 comments on it. Things are happening, man. Things are happening. And you guys gotta understand, I mean, there's a lot you guys could do and no one's doing anything about it. Don't worry with what your college says. Don't worry with what's going on. Leave them be. Let them do the business aspect of stuff. You can still finish your class and still have your own business at the same time. You can still do all of that stuff.
Yeah, especially good thing you have a backup plan, especially out of college.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a backup plan.
And knowing that, even though you're doing your primary job, but at the same time you have that side business you have, and knowing that, like you said, you're your own boss. You do whatever you want, when you want. Just go ahead and do it. Don't be scared and do an opportunity. And knowing that.
Exactly. Don't miss the opportunity to do stuff. Y'all is young now. Everyone is young now. Do it. Strike while the iron's hot. Do it while you still have the energy to do it. Okay? And then later on, if you want, you can stop and let your son, let your daughter take over. Don't matter. As long as you start it now, as long as you start the legacy now, that legacy is going to continue. I'm leaving this earth when I get as old as I possibly can. But when I leave this earth, I want people to remember my name. I want people to know my name and what I've done and what I did here on this earth before I move to the next life.
You know, I've always said the sky's the limit. But now I'm thinking about it. Many people in our lifetime, before we were born and after we're gone, will say that the sky's the limit. But the universe is endless.
Amen to that. Amen to that. The sky is the limit, but the universe is endless. And that's one major thing. I mean, look, I know some of y'all who are watching the podcast right now, it's probably, if you made it this far, it's probably on the same page as me. Yes, I am talking about the law of attraction. Yes, I am talking about the universe. Yes, I am talking about all of these things. Okay? And some of you might think, oh God, not this hocus pocus again, not this crap again, not this, not that, blah, blah, blah. Have you tried it? No? You haven't? Well, you don't know what you're missing. Because I've tried it. I made him try it. And I made him try it. And both of them are doing fantastic right now. Even I'm doing fantastic right now. Even with all of the crappy problems that I have going on right now, I'm still here, I'm still doing me, and I'm still doing all these things that I gotta be doing. It works. Try it. You won't know until you try it.
Yeah, there are also like special quotes in it, like you can take place when you look at it. Like there's one I look at from Shark Tank, I forgot his name, Mark. What was his name for Shark Tank? Mark what?
I forgot his name.
Yeah, well, I forgot his name. Yeah, he said there's nothing wrong or losing. Can't be scared of losing.
Exactly. You can't be scared.
Yeah, you can't be scared. If you see the opportunity, go for it. You can't be scared of it. And know you gotta keep on living life to the fullest. That's what you have to do. Don't be afraid of the opportunity. Just go for it. Every chance you have.
Amen to that.
Yeah, amen.
Amen to that. Don't lose the opportunity to do something. Okay. Keep going. Stop sitting down. This is why at the end of my vlogs, this is my motto. Keep going and love yourself. That's the number one thing people forget. And you know what? I'm gonna save that for another podcast. If you want to hear stuff about how to love yourself and how to do stuff and how to better yourself, how to feel good about yourself, put it in the comment section. The one that gets the most votes out of these 3 topics will be the next podcast. As a matter of fact, no. The one that gets the most votes out of the first 2 topics will be the next podcast. The following podcast after that, I'm going to dedicate it to all of this. To all of this. Because y'all need to hear it. People need to hear it. People need to know that there is better out there. And you don't need to stoop down to anyone's level to, you know, do stuff or do this or do that. You can do it. You can do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we went way over our little 45-minute limit, but I think it was a good idea to go over that 45-minute limit just to vent this out and get this out there. Damn, bro.
Just me.
Anyways, again, well, not again. I'm gonna say it now. Thank you all of you who have subscribed, who are watching, those who haven't subscribed, or those who's just, you know, whatever. We thank all of you for watching. Okay? This means a lot to us that you watch. It means a lot to us that you like the videos. It means a lot to us when you comment, because when you comment and you tell us where we can improve or what you want in the next podcast or what you want this, we can make these podcasts even better. thumbs up. If this video gets at least, you know what, I'll make it easy. If this video gets at least 20 likes, 20, that's it, 20 likes, we'll do another miscellaneous podcast for the next podcast and the next topic we'll talk about. Well, not miscellaneous, we'll do another destination podcast, I guess you want to call it. Hey, that's a good idea. We could be the first people to do that. Destination podcast.
What's wrong?
That sounds dope. Let us know in the description. Let us know how you feel. Let us know what you want to say. If you have something you really want to say and you want us to say it and shout you out, we'll do it. Yada, yada, yada. All our affiliated social media, YouTube links, whatever, will be in the description below. And I think, you know, I think this is one of my most favorite podcasts so far to talk about. And the location just makes it even better. Better. You heard that? Better?
Oh my god.
Better? You see, we just a bunch of college students having fun. But at the same time, we're putting in work. Understand? We're putting in the work. And I love this. I love it. Because not only am I not sitting down at home and doing nothing, I'm out here. I'm enjoying the atmosphere. I'm enjoying the place. I'm enjoying everything. I'm enjoying being here with my homies. That's what it is, the hard work. Anyways, once again, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And, oh, like what TJ said in the last podcast, always remember, you're always cleared for takeoff.
Oh my god. That's what
Hey,
he said?
that's what he said. I liked it.
Yes,
I liked it.
he did.
I liked it.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's good. That's good. That's pretty good.
I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, thank all of you for watching. Peace from all of us. And we'll catch you in the next one.
Really? End it.
I had to do that.
End it.
I had to do that. Anyways, later, y'all. You are now